The Battle of Suixian Zaoyang, also known as the Battle of Suizao, was one of the 22 major engagements between the National Revolutionary Army and Imperial Japanese Army during the Second Sino-Japanese War. The Japanese launched a major two-pronged offensive that captured many cities and towns. However, the failure to defend against a series of coordinated Chinese counter-attacks forced them to completely withdraw, resulting in territorial control returning to the original status quo. The battle. At the end of April 1939, Japanese commanders sought to capitalize on the gains from the successful capture of Wuhan, as well as to relieve pressure on the base in the newly captured city. Thus, they deployed 113,000 troops in 3 divisions and 1 cavalry brigade to launch 2 simultaneous attacks on the cities of Suizao and Zaoyang, along the Zhangyang-Weiyuan Highway and Jingshan-Zhongxiang Highway respectively. Japanese Commander General Yasuhiro Kamura deployed the 13th and 16th Divisions from Zhongxiang to drive northwards along the Dehong mountain ranges, and attack Zaoyang from the south on 1 May 1939. Zaoyang was protected by the Chinese 77th Corps. The single Chinese corps held fast against the fierce attack by the 2 Japanese divisions. On 3 May, Japanese Commander Lieutenant General Yamawaki Masataka dispatched the 3rd Division and 4th Cavalry Brigade to attack Suixian and Tongbei from Yingshan and Xinyang respectively in an attempt to surround Tangenbo and Lipingshan's 11th and 31st Army groups. 4 days later, the 13th and 16th Divisions broke through Chinese 77th Corps' defensive lines and successfully captured Zaoyang. By the 12th of May, the 2 Japanese divisions had also captured Tanghe, Nanyang and Xinye. However, the Japanese were less successful in the Tongbei mountain ranges, where they faced their Chinese 13th, 84th, and 85th Corps, led by NRA commanders Zhang Zhen, Qin Liafang, and Wang Zhonglian respectively. Here the Chinese succeeded in intercepting the Japanese lines of communication. Simultaneously, the Chinese 2nd and 33rd Army groups, led by Sun Zhen and Zhang Zhaizhong respectively, arrived at the battlefield. They moved eastwards, crossing the Hanshui River and attacked their Japanese 13th and 16th Division's western flank. Meanwhile, Tang Enbo's 31st Army Group moved north from Santaidian to Miyang, before maneuvering northwest around Nanyang, and moving southwest to Xinye, attacking the Japanese head-on, inflicting heavy casualties and forcing them to retreat. The Chinese then launched a coordinated counter-offensive, whereupon the various Japanese units were forced to withdraw. By May 20, the Chinese had recaptured all previously lost territory. Aftermath. During the month-long campaign, the Chinese incurred a total of 28,000 casualties, a significant portion of which was due to the Japanese Army's continuous and extensive use of air attacks and chemical weapons. On the other hand, the Japanese suffered 21,000 casualties. Although Chinese casualties were still a third greater than that of the Japanese, it was clear that by now the casualty margin was getting smaller and smaller. Although the Japanese were initially successful in capturing many cities and towns, their inability to hold on to any of them resulted in their offensive operation ending in a complete failure. By the end of the battle, the Chinese army had not only recaptured all positions, but also gained the ability to utilize mobilized warfare to launch counter-offensive into Japanese-held territory. Gallery